All right, come on in, take a seat. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. We are ready to start our December press conference with Superintendent Dr. Miriam Rogers. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, she has great updates to share with you as we prepare to head into winter break. It's a busy time for us still. We aren't quite slowing down yet, but hopefully everyone is doing well. And I'd like to welcome Dr. Rogers up at this time. And then, of course, after her updates, we will open it up for questions. So, Dr. Rogers.
Good morning, everyone. Well, thank you for joining us. I want to wish everyone a very happy holiday season. We're almost there at break. I look forward to our continued conversations and additional opportunities to share the accomplishments of Team BCPS students and staff throughout the upcoming year. This morning, I'm pleased to provide updates on our efforts to provide our students with access to telehealth therapy and other mental health resources via Talkspace. Dr. John Cohen, Talkspace CEO, is here with us this morning. I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us along with members of your team. I also will share highlights of our 2023 Maryland School Report Card results and a few other announcements. Before we begin officially, I want to welcome a special guest we have in attendance. Our new board chair, Chair Booker Dwyer, is here with us this morning. I want to say good morning and welcome. So we are very pleased to officially launch our partnership with Talkspace to provide more than 32,000 Team BCPS high school students with access to high-quality telehealth therapy and mental health resources. We know that there's a youth mental health crisis, whether it's from daily stress, anxiety, depression, or thoughts of suicide. Data show that the mental health of adolescents and teens has grown steadily worse for more than a decade, with the COVID-19 pandemic exacerbating the trend. We are committed to the academic success and to the physical, social, and emotional well-being of all of our students. We know that our students cannot reach their highest potential if they are not healthy in body, mind, and spirit. And so as a school system, we must do our part to provide students with comprehensive resources and supports that help them to navigate the mental health struggles that they face. Talkspace is one of the ways that we're responding to growing student needs and extending support that students can access beyond school hours year-round at their convenience. Eligible students interested in therapy can sign up, take a brief assessment, and get matched with a dedicated licensed therapist. Once matched, therapy sessions take place on Talkspace's secure and encrypted platform, accessible from the teen's smartphones, tablets, or computers. They can communicate with their therapist at any time with an unlimited number of private messages at no cost. In addition to unlimited wraparound services and supports of our school-based counselors, psychologists, social workers, and support staff who provide support every day to more than 110,000 students. The incredible work that they do under the leadership of Dr. Raquel Jones, Chief of Schools, and the entire Department of Social Emotional Support makes a difference, and they ensure that BCPS provides impactful services and programs that promote students' academic, behavioral, social, emotional, and physical development and preparation for college, career, and life readiness. We are truly grateful for the opportunities and partnerships that enabled us to expand our provision of mental health support for students in a way that is convenient, confidential, easily accessible, and free of charge. I'm grateful for the Office of Social Emotional Support and all of the work that they've done with Talkspace to make this launch possible. I look forward to sharing information in the near future on how this initiative is impacting the lives of our students. Last week, the Maryland State Department released new accountability information for Baltimore County Public Schools and all other school systems in the state. According to the state data, 3 BCPS schools, Eastern Technical High School, West Towson Elementary School, and Pinewood Elementary School are among the 4 highest rated schools in Maryland, and more than 65% of Baltimore County Public Schools retain the same MSDE star rating, while the state saw an overall decline in ratings. We know that chronic absenteeism calculations returned to pre-pandemic formulas, and this had a major impact across the state. The 2022-2023 report cards serve as a baseline for future report cards and return to the full assessment method outlined in the state's Every Student Succeeds Act plan. While we are encouraged by the results, which highlight the success of many Team BCPS schools, we know that there is much more work to be done to ensure that every school in our system is meeting the needs of all of our students and successfully preparing them to thrive in college, careers, or the military. We use multiple and frequent measures of student progress, and we have a comprehensive strategy for student success that is centered on increasing achievement for all students and providing a variety of pathways. We are doing the necessary work to reverse the trend of declining academic performance and are confident that our system is moving in the right direction. The Maryland report card data provides an important snapshot of our system. We remain focused on our critical work to transform student learning across schools. At my November press conference, I shared that beginning in January 2024, BCPS will leverage available blueprint and system funds to begin our pre-kindergarten expansion, and that we're set to open 2 additional full-day pre-K classes at Dogwood Elementary School. I'm pleased to share today that Lyons Mill Elementary School will also open 1 full-day pre-kindergarten class in January. School staff will be working with parents and guardians to enroll during the weeks we return from winter break so that students are ready to begin attending on January 22nd, 2024. This is an exciting opportunity for another one of our school communities to have access to full-day pre-K. We are truly thankful for the support of our county executive, our director of recreation and parks, and other county partners who are working with us to expand access to our youngest learners. For my final item this morning, I want to extend an invitation to the Team BCPS community to join me at 9 a.m. on Monday, January the 8th, at George Washington Carver Center for Arts and Technology as I present my proposed fiscal year 2025 operating budget. As I have engaged with our staff, family, and stakeholders over the last several months in conversations about the budget, it is clear that there are many priority areas for our school system. Our community wants to see strategic investments in safety and security, teacher recruitment and retention, expanded programs and opportunities for students, and much more. Their input and insights have helped to shape the requests that I will submit to the board in just a few short weeks. If you can't join us in person, be sure to tune in online, either on Monday morning or Tuesday evening, where we will also present the budget during the Board of Education meeting. And happy holidays. Once again, I'm happy to answer all of your questions.
Kristen Griffith with the Banner. A question about Talkspace. You mentioned school counselors when you were talking about that. Will Talkspace work alongside a counselor for that student, or is it meant to take the place of counselors who might have a large caseload?
It is not meant to take the place of counselors. We value all of our counselors, our PPWs, our social workers, and psychologists, but we also know that they are employees with full, rich lives, and our students sometimes may need support outside of the school day. And so that's why Talkspace is a great partner for us in that students have 24/7 access to any help and support that they might need. Thank you for that question.
Hi, Bree Hatch from WIPR. I have 2 quick questions. How many students are going to be in that new pre-K class that you were announcing in January?
So we have 20 students per pre-K class.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, across the state. Yeah.
And then also just clarification, the Talkspace app, do students have access to virtual therapy appointments, or is it just the chatting and the self-guided stuff?
We're going to invite Dr. Cohen. I think it's both, but I want to make sure that I'm giving you the correct answer.
Thank you for the question. Just so you know how it works, it's there's a site, and it's Talkspace / BCPS school system. And when you go on, you put in a certain amount of information, but you have a tag through your school, so it's limited to the Baltimore school system. Once you put that tag in, you then answer a bunch of questions, and the questions can be particularly around why it is you're seeking therapy. So important questions are, are you alone? Are you having family issues? Are you feeling depressed? Or is it a bullying issue, et cetera? So there's a whole slew of questions you get to, and then right after that, you make a decision about whether you want to go into the self-guided program, or do you want to go from the self-guided program into therapy. If you do go into therapy, you match. We say within 24 hours, but it's really it's within, quite honestly, very few hours. So you match with a therapist that's appropriate to what you're looking for. And then you could start texting and messaging the therapist almost immediately back and forth. The issue, as Dr. Rogers said, is to make it easy, accessible, essentially 24/7. And what we're doing is we're meeting the students where they are, which is on their cell phone. That's essentially it. So it's really it's making it very, very easy. And I would be remiss if I didn't just thank Dr. Rogers and her staff. This is a remarkable program. Just this is the Baltimore City school system going out proactively to add to your counselors. I mean, they have an extraordinary counselor program. This is an additive to make it even easier and better for the students to get what they need. We've heard from the students. We did a bunch of focus groups, et cetera, and what they say they want is, I want to be able to vent. I want somebody to talk to. I want it as soon as possible, and make it easy and secure. And whether or not I have to tell my parents or not is a separate issue, but that's really what they want, and that's what we're trying to offer.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, great.
Sorry, actually, I wanted to follow up on. Sorry, Rob Parks with WBAL. Actually, it's sort of a follow-up still on Talkspace. I noticed you mentioned, I guess, texting, but no mention of like video calling or I guess over the phone therapy. I just wanted to confirm if that's an option available, or is it just unlimited texting, something along those lines? Sorry, do you mind?
There are three options. It's texting and messaging. It's live video and or voice. It just depends on what their needs are. What we found is that the overwhelming majority of students, as teens between the age of 13 and 17, want to be able to message. But there is video available, live video available, and there's live voice also, which is more of a appointment, like they decide with the therapist when they want to talk to them. But all three categories are available.
And no cost.
No cost. To the student. We just got to be clear on that.
Sorry, I was slow to getting my recorder started. You mentioned in the beginning, like the number of students you think this would help, and it's only for high school students. Is
High
that
school
correct?
students, 32,000.
Great, thank
in our
you.
high school. Thank you. No problem.
Want to know why it was important to bring the CEO all the way here to talk about this.
Well, I think, that we are very grateful that as partners, anytime we get an opportunity to highlight our partners and great work that we're doing on behalf of students, it's something that we want to do. We want our community to know that we don't do this work alone. We all come together, for the benefit of our students. And so Talkspace was gracious enough. Of course, they could have sent talking points, and I could have rifled through those papers and given you those answers, but they were gracious enough that they felt this partnership was meaningful enough. It was a good step in the right direction on behalf of students, that they were willing to come out and join us in announcing, the launch for members of Team BCPS. And so really to make sure that our students, our families know how committed we are to providing them with the supports that they need, particularly around mental health, as we've seen those needs grow in the Baltimore County Public Schools community, is why we're announcing this today in partnership.
Okay, sorry, pivoting topic about the state report card.
Absolutely.
Are there any steps or initiatives that the district is looking into, considering given just the results of the report card, specifically around absenteeism?
So I would say to you, the report card was affirming that we're doing the right work. I shared, late in the spring and right at the beginning of the summer what our 4 priorities were. And if you go on social media, there is not a gap to see what we're doing on attendance. We started a attendance campaign over the summer. If you go and look, you'll see what schools are doing. You'll see the internal competitions. You'll see that, some of our great sports teams around have joined in to celebrate students by grades. And so schools have already been engaged in the work that we need to do to move forward on academic achievement. And so this report card just reaffirmed that we need to continue to move forward in that work. That it's, first you need the students to come to school, which is what absenteeism is about, so that you can impart knowledge. And then, as you know, we're working on making sure that every student has access to high quality, rigorous curriculum. We're making sure that our teachers, our paraprofessionals, our leaders have the professional learning that they need to deliver that into the classroom, and then to create these robust professional learning communities where schools and offices are working separately and together to make the changes that are necessary in real time. And so the report card said, keep moving. It's important. Yes.
Sorry. I wanted to circle back to Talkspace again real quick. Just
Okay.
for timing. I apologize. I might have missed it. Is this out currently or currently
It's
available?
live. Yes.
And is it go through the school year, through into the summer? Is it available all year round for kids?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's great to also announce, right before the holidays, as we know, a lot of times, students need someone to talk to over the holidays, whether it's been a particularly great holiday or, one that is stressful. And so this is an additional resource to help our students.
All right. Not seeing any other hands, so I think we are good. Want to thank you all for joining us this morning. We wish you safe travels if you've come from far to participate in this announcement of our partnership with Talkspace and all of the other great updates our superintendent has provided this morning. So happy holidays and take care.
Happy holidays. Thank you, everyone.